is my YouTube channel. It shows you a certain data and it gives me a monthly report on a particular duration, that how many people they visited, how many new subscribers I have got, how many views are there, how much time my videos they have been watched, and something and something, you know. And it gives me the data that since April 2013, when I created my this account there, so and up to the September 2020, the statistics. From here, you can find, if you have your institutional YouTube channel, through these analytics, you can find how the students, they are interacting with your platform. And this data is generated by the social media is very useful, because many of the educational, they are done using social media. So YouTube, every minute, 300 hours of videos are getting uploaded. 5 billion videos are watched like that. In Facebook, millions of billions are there. Every time so much of the transaction goes on. Now you can see the volume of data this generates. And believe you me, anything, anytime, whenever you make any click on the on the social media, even single click, single like, single post, and sometimes if you think that you are unhappy with Modi government and you said something nasty, but after half an hour you thought that no, someone is going and to come to you and beat you up, and let me delete that post, let me delete that photograph. For you it is deleted, for the platform it is not deleted. No company ever deletes anything. Everything is stored. Once it goes on the web, it is stored somewhere, because they want to process that, they want to understand that, those things. So be very careful when you handle the social media. The best strategy is not to post anything which you think may backfire in future. Instagram, millions of people every second, uh, huge volume of images, etc. they are shared. So on Skype, on your emails, on your Tinder, on your messaging chat, so much of the things, they are being exchanged every second. Now you can see the potential of these things, and this is how the data is being generated. Once upon a time in 90s, early 90s, the around 100 GB data was being generated per day. And now you can see the 50 terabyte, means 1000 GB is 1 terabyte. So it is terabyte, petabyte, zettabyte, and those things they happen. So much of this is generated, and that is 2 years old data per second. Once upon it was per day at that time, now it is per second. This much data is being generated from there. Now how to analyze it? There are these certain free applications which you can try. One is Clicky, Clicky, Clicky. It gives you real-time web analytics, and you can create your free account and add it, link it with your website. It will give you real-time web analytics for your thing. Another is Gaio. This also creates you a good dashboard for your data, and it gives you good analytics for your purpose. There are certain powerful tools. If you want to stay in this field, better work on Hadoop technologies. They have wonderful, their package is very powerful, and they deal with all kind of areas, including machine learning up to JSON or data collection or processing, and those things, how these things they help them to work. Dr. Binu, when he was introducing me, he was telling about Moodle. Moodle is one of the best open source learning management systems, which most of the educational institutions, they use. And XAPI, its former name is Tin Can API. It is one of the most popular technology for learning analytics in education. XAPI means Experience API. So, and what is happen, and you can include it in articulate storyline in your learning management systems anywhere, and use anything to your PDF, to your PPT, to your web, anything. What happens? The only three things. It needs certain actor, one space where that statement will be stored. That is called as LRS, the learning record store. And that's all you need it. So what it tells you? It tells you that if you have created PPT and you put it on your website, now the student, when they interact with that, it can tell you that what kind of interaction, the behavioral analytics for these things, they are very good. So if you are working in education sector, if you are working with educational analytics, my suggestion is to you learn, and it is very easy. It's not difficult at all. Try XAPI for you for that, and it is free. You can, and there are so many tutorials available around you to learn XAPI. You simply need one LR, and there are certain open source tools also, which you can act as. It is a learning records store. The software will generate certain statement. That statement needs to be stored somewhere. It was by the student, and the student was attentive and something like that. Then you analyze those things. There is another free platform. It is by IMS Global as Caliper Analytics. And this also has a good integration with the learning management systems, Caliper. Try it, and you can see that the University of California, Berkeley, it used Canvas data to build a gold medal online advising tool by using this application. So that way it is quite good, and it creates lot of profiles for your data. You can have annotations profile, how many students they annotated. Like in Moodle, you may be knowing that you can, when you ask your students to upload the assignments, it allows you to for annotation. Assessment profile, assign, forum, grading, media, reading, basic profile, feedback profile, all these things, it helps you to create these profiles. Now you can see the kind of things about our students it can generate for us. Let me show you something. This is a MOOC which we created. Dr. Pargat Singh Archa, he is the principal of a B.Ed college in Punjab. And we created this as a project of UNESCO chair on OER. It was a 4-week course. And we based this massive open online course. I hope that someone of you must have means enrolled into our course. Also those who are, we based it on MOOCit platform, which is by IIT, the platform. It gave us wonderful analytics about our course. Means we were regularly seeing it that this is the registration analytics. Till the announcement was made in April and the program began in May, how much registrations were happening, when it was the peak, when it was low, when the registrations were stopped, almost like that. It gives you that data. So you know who is coming in, who is going out from there. Then the administrative data about it. How many were active, how many were in the last, how many forum posts were made. You can see now 38,000 comments were posted in our course. 38,000 means in a way it is 39 there, and forum posts. So you can see that how much, and out of around 4,800 registered students, there were more than 3,000 were active students. Active means who actively participated in everything, in discussion forums, in assignment submission, etc. It gives us their bio profile, the age factor. So the software does this there. Then their engagement level, day wise we can see how the students, they have visited, they have participated in a discussion on a particular day, say like on 3rd May. The lecture which we posted was visited by 170 students at a particular time, and then 22 of them participated in discussion. So you can see the peak when it is going up and down and something like that out of those 4,800 students. And not only that, it gives you about topic wise also all the topics which you have created, all the modules which you have included into it, what was downloaded, where the people they clicked on it, how many pages were viewed. These things, they give you a good insight into it, that if some page is very popular, if some content is not that popular, what happens where in that. And then it tells you about what is the unique and what is a repeat visit of the students, whether some students they are going back to a particular module again and again, or they just accessed it once and then moved on, something like that. So repeat and distinction means unique. And then on daily, it gives you the data as a word cloud also on a particular day on 13th of May. Discussion forums. These words, they were being talked. So you see, you can see some people are saying nice, some people are saying thank you, some people are saying cooperative, some are saying explained, quiz, etc., etc. All these things, they are happening. So we can know that what was being talked on a particular day, and from there you can make certain inferences from there. And not only that, it gives you the traffic data. The uptime 67 days, disk space 48 GB, 2 CPUs were involved, 4 GB memory was involved for this course there, and the load per average, logged in users, student watching the video, so overall load average. Why this is needed? Because if Marian College is running massive open online courses, they need to take care of their servers, that how much data, how much traffic that server can handle. These analytics, they are useful to you in that sense. Then, since we are talking